If your daily horoscope never quite sounds like you, you're probably reading for the wrong half of yourself. Every horoscope column is written for one placement, your sun sign. But the part of you that feels the day, that reacts, that wants comfort or space by nightfall, runs on a different placement entirely, your moon sign. Nobody wrote today's forecast for that one. Here's the real difference between the two, and why your moon is usually the reason the horoscope feels off. This is the Birth Chart Lab, where you learn to read your own chart one piece at a time. 3 things today: what your sun sign really covers, what your moon sign covers instead, and why a forecast built on one of them keeps missing the other. Start with the sun, the sign you already know. Your sun sign is your core identity, the self you're growing into, the one that makes plans, sets goals, and walks into a room. It's the you that runs in daylight. When someone asks your sign and you answer without checking, that's your sun. And for most people, it's the only placement they ever learn. Your moon sign is the other half, and it works underneath all of that. The moon is your inner life, how you feel before you've thought anything through, what you reach for when you're stressed, what settles you at the end of a hard day. Your sun is how you move through the world. Your moon is what you're feeling while you do it. It's the side your closest people know well and strangers rarely see. So why does a horoscope only ever speak to your sun? Because that's all it has. A column prints one forecast per sign, and the single fact it knows about you is your sun sign. Here's the catch. The sun holds one sign for about a month, so your sun sign is shared by roughly 1 in 12 people alive. It's the broad strokes version of you. Your moon moves far faster, changing signs about every 2.5 days, which makes it far more specific to your exact birth date. The forecast prints the broad part and skips the specific part. This is why 2 people born under the same sun sign can read the exact same horoscope, and one says, "That's me," while the other says, "Not even close." Same sun, different moons. One might have a calm, steady moon that shrugs the day off. The other might have a restless moon that feels everything twice. The column can't tell them apart because it never asked about the layer that makes them different. But speed isn't the whole reason it feels wrong. Here's the part that decides it. When your sun and your moon want similar things, a sun sign forecast lands close enough. When they want opposite things, that same forecast can read like it's describing a stranger. Take Maya, the chart this series keeps coming back to. Her sun sits at 24 degrees Pisces and her moon at 25 degrees Cancer. Both are water signs, both lead with feeling, so they mostly agree. A gentle feelings first, Pisces horoscope would sit fine with her because her Cancer moon is nodding along. Now flip it as a made-up example. Say someone has a bold, upfront Leo sun and a quiet, private Scorpio moon. Their horoscope, written for Leo, tells them to step into the spotlight and command the room. Inside, the Scorpio moon wants the door shut and one real conversation. Every forecast reads a little off because it's coaching the outer half and ignoring the half that's doing the feeling. So here's what to do with this tonight. Look up your moon sign. You'll need your birth date and ideally your birth time, since the moon can switch signs partway through a day. Then read a horoscope for your moon sign next to the one for your sun. If the moon one sounds more like your private, at-home self, you've found why the standard forecast never fit. You were reading one sign. You were always 2. If lining up your sun and moon like this made something click, a quick tap on the like button helps the next person who's felt that same mismatch find it. One thing to keep straight. Your moon sign explains why a feeling shows up. It doesn't predict what today will bring, and neither does your sun. Read both as a mirror for understanding yourself, not a prophecy. Treat them as a starting point for reflection, not a replacement for real advice when a decision matters. So, the short version. Your sun sign is your public, goal-setting self, and it's the one every horoscope is written for. Your moon sign is your private, instinctive self, more specific to you, and the one those forecasts skip. When the two want different things, a sun sign horoscope is exactly where it feels most wrong. The chart in this video was generated in Mystic Almanac. Free link in the description. Next up, the 2 points in your chart that don't come from a planet at all, your ascendant and your midheaven, and what each one really controls. Subscribe so it shows up for you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.